Genius, man. Y'all already know BIG tapping in, and we back with another class of Rags to Riches. Rags to riches, rags to riches, rags to riches. What I'm gonna do is give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn this TV off. I'm watching a movie, which is really interesting. But we're gonna turn this TV off because I don't want you guys to be distracted as we get started today. All right. We back with another class of Rags to Riches. As you all know, we are currently in the Discord. We're currently tapped into our 90-day challenge. Pretty much what we're doing in our 90-day challenge, we're not only running it up to 5K, but what we also are doing is working in the mind and shifting identities while we do it. So um as we get started and we get people going, flowing in, I just want you guys to clear your minds. I'm gonna take at least an hour of your time. I have no idea what's this on my shirt, y'all. Probably deodorant. Child. But we here. Okay, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. So we're almost through the week. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys may be at school, some of you guys may be at work, some of you guys may be at home. And that's totally cool. You feel me? But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to do an activity of just talking to um our wealthy self, pretty much just the version of us that we're currently creating in the 90-day challenge. And I've been so ecstatic about this 90-day challenge since the divine gave it to me. And not always do we stick to the things that we say we're going to do. Not always do we really believe in ourselves half of the time. And what up, Key? You feel me? And I just want to the activity today is mainly circled around you guys just talking to the version of you that is hasn't yet, you know, birth yet. And I really truly think that if you're under the sound of my voice, you're in a pivotal moment in your life. You're in a pivotal moment in just what it is that you're trying to get done with your goals in your life. And what we're going to talk about today, we're just going to do a little activity. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I know I say that every day. I try to get you guys in and out just an hour from 9 to 10 EST every day. Um, and I want to let you guys know if you're new here, we are doing that 90-day challenge right up in the Discord. And I got all the tools in the Discord for you. And it's totally free, right? This 90-day challenge is totally free. I'm just here. What up, Quinn? I'm just here. I like your tattoos. Thank you so much. I'm actually about to get another tattoo. I'm thinking about a leg tattoo. So we're gonna see. I love tattoos. I know people like I used to have piercings, like I used to have two nose rings, but I like tattoos better. I don't know. I just like tattoos better. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to become an adult and get my own tattoos and pay for my own stuff. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just got tattoos on my arms. I got a tattoo on my stomach. And that might look cute on my leg. You think so? You think so? I like that. I like that. No. But I just want to take you guys through that 90-day challenge, not only to succeed at getting your goal of $5,000, but I also want you guys to just be like birth a new version of you. I think that in the world we get so scared of change that we get so comfortable with what we have and where we are. And it's not to say don't be grateful, but it is to say that eventually you should be wanting to just think bigger. And my name is Big. I got that name. I play too much key. I got that name because I think big, I dream big. I just I put I put in the grind, I put in big work, I put in big reps. And I didn't always identify as that type of version of me. Plenty of versions of me were self-sabotaging. A lot of versions of me blew money because I didn't have the structure behind it. A lot of versions of me gave up on myself. And, in this 90-day challenge, I want to just help you guys work through those energies. Because I know what it feels like to want to do better, and you start to do better and then you kind of fall off by the wayside, right? And I want to just help you guys maneuver through that energy because you can do it. Although you may not have all the support that you think that you need, I want to teach you through this 90-day challenge just how to be your best wingman. And one thing that I love to do is I love to talk to myself in the mirror because what's up playing with faith, when you talk to yourself in the mirror, it's a different type of conversation, right? There's nobody there. It's just you, and it's you looking back at your reflection and your reflection looking back at you. So that 90-day challenge, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Idris? That 90-day challenge is going to help you guys just learn some new things about yourself. And if we can learn some new things about ourselves as well as saving up $5,000, that sounds like a good plan, right? So give me not I don't even teach for an hour. I think I teach for like 40 minutes, and then the last 20 minutes we just chop. We just chopping the bobos, you know what I'm saying? We just chopping it up like homegirls, all right? And homeboys, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not gender specific here. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is energy, right? So we all have that masculine and feminine energy. So no shade to anybody or how you identify. Everybody's welcome here. All right. So today, we're on day 2 of the challenge. But before I get started, I want to go ahead and I extend the challenge to you guys throughout the live at least 3 times so that the new people that come in can understand what we're doing, understand that we also have a community outside of here, totally free for you guys. And I'm always in the Discord, so it's not easy to always get in contact with me, but if you drop it in the Discord, most likely I'll see it. All right. So I want to go ahead and extend the invite to you. We're doing a 90-day challenge, $5,000 we're saving up, but we're also just bettering ourselves along the way. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, right? I want you to comment BIG. I want you to comment BIG. I know I got a little accent, y'all. I'm country. So my family is originally from Rocky Mount, Carolina. I was raised in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, but it comes out a little bit in certain things I say. So I hope ain't no English teachers up in here. Cause I'm straightforward with it. All right. So comment BIG if you would like to join into the chat. Okay, Idris, I see you. I see you, Idris. Let me go ahead and write your name down. What I'll do is um I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys as well as myself. What I'll do, Idris, is I'll write down this name right here. And what I'll need for you to do just to make sure that you get those that you get personally invited. And I also want to let you guys know that it's a personal invite. So if you join the Discord, feel special because it's a personal invite and it's always going to be like that. You're never going to be in the presence of me and someone else who's going to make you feel weird or just not allowing you to be yourself. And what one thing I will say is I will get people gone quickly. So in the Discord, if you feel like somebody's being awkward, weird, of course DM me. I'll look over it. I'll have conversations because we're all adults. Okay, we're all adults in the chat, so you're safe there. I promise you're safe with me. You're in the safest hands like Allstate. All right. So Idris, what I'm gonna do is I'm still learning Idris YouTube. So I did see that YouTube have direct message. So what I can do is I can go ahead and send that link to you through YouTube and just check it. If that is too kind of like techie for you, just go ahead and follow me. Take the time right now to go ahead and follow me on TikTok at monshay.flow, MONSHAY.FLOW, and follow me, and I'll be able to DM you directly from there because it's a little bit easier. I know TikTok a little bit more. I've been doing TikTok for a while, a few years now. Like it's almost been a decade, no shade. And Miss Playing with Faith, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna DM you the link as soon as I get off of live. So please give me some time to get off of here, and you know, I'll get it to you. Now, what I will say is I want you guys to understand this. What's super cool about the Discord is yeah, of course, thank you. Thank you for even wanting to join, because what let me share this with you guys. Like, it is one thing I want to teach you guys, but I'm never going to talk to you as if I haven't or I'm not in your shoes. All right. I want you guys to understand all the time that I've probably been through what you've been through times two. And although that doesn't make your experience different for you, I want you guys to really understand that when you see me, I want you guys to understand, when you see me and you see me on these live streams, I want y'all to know these are some of these things that you currently are seeing me do are personal goals. Me and Key was in the Discord this rising, and I was telling her, I'm like, listen, I don't have any clients just yet. Not to say that I won't get any, right? I normally have clients every day, but when the days come where I don't have clients, those are my favorite days, because I get to kind of pour back into myself. And I told Key this morning, and I'm like, I'm low key a workaholic. And it's like, it seems like really bad to say, but let me tell y'all something. Like, y'all are watching me play out a dream. And I want that to sink in to y'all. Like, and I want it to sink into your spirit right now, because I'm literally I set a goal, right? I showed up, and I'm doing the work, and I'm getting the results of my work. And one thing about faith is it's nothing without work. And I laugh all the time, because I really am a workaholic, y'all. When it comes to my goals and my dreams, I don't wait. I don't wait. You know what I'm saying? I try not to wait. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no guarantee that we're gonna wake up tomorrow. So I strive to be my best version of myself. I strive to put as much into the universe as possible, because I want to leave a legacy here. And like I said, if you're under the sound of my voice, you're literally watching me set a goal, and and watch the results come in just by me putting in reps every day. And I used to do a lot of lives back when I first started this page on TikTok. A lot of you guys may not know that way before this page, bro. What up, Nay? Welcome to the chat, Nay. What's up now? Follow the host. I appreciate that. You just find your favorite show, baby. You know, sleep is important, and I promise y'all, I sleep. So I'm gonna tell you what I do. I nap. I do a lot of napping. Like, name a car for an edit. Jaguar. Um, I sleep. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, I sleep. I promise y'all I do. Like, I sleep. Like, it's hard to put in kind of work. So I nap a lot. You know what I mean? Like, because I run my own business, like a straight 8 hour sleep, I don't get. If that makes sense. Like a straight 8 hour sleep, I don't get. But I'll get at least like 4 to 6 hours a day of sleep. Right. And sometimes, because the field that I work in, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of the field that I work in, it takes so much energy. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand how much it takes streamers to, like, this is energetic. So it's like, I do a lot of napping, but some days I would like to just sleep straight through. So that's these is one of these days. I remember when I first saw you on here and you inspired me. So I'm grateful for you, sis. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate 5 years ago. Oh my God. I wish I had my soundboard. Y'all give it up in the chat. She's been supporting me for 5 years. Sheesh. Wow. See, it just gets me. And it's like, I will say this, when you're solely depending on you to make um when you're depending solely on you to make your dreams come to life, sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice sleep. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you are going to have to say, you know what? I need an extra hour. I need an extra 2 hours. And it's like, that's going to take me right into what we're going to talk about today. And what I although, I didn't get to this level of success by, always taking those relaxed days, and that's just the truth, you know what I'm saying? And scientifically, we necessarily um scientifically we don't necessarily need 8 hours a day. But what I will say is when I need to take a break, I will. Okay? I will, but when you love what you do so much and you love it so much with a passion, sometimes I don't even think about sleep. I just think about what this like I don't even I need y'all to understand when I get up here, this is my calling. This is thing I love to do this. Right? I listen, if you wouldn't rather do it for the rest of your life and not get paid, it's not what you're supposed to be doing. And I know that can probably like sting a little bit, but it's like it's the truth. Like I love what I do so much that sometimes I don't sleep. But I love that so much because I need that. I need people in my circumference to remind me like, yo, it's okay for you to take a break. And I've built this structure that works so well that if I didn't go live, I would still get clients. And I know that I've built it to last and to work, but it's just like it's something about it, I have my own business. I understand. I feel that Idris, what do you do? What's your business, man? I lost my daughter and son 11 months apart, and you prayed for me. Really? Yo, I promise y'all, like, I do so much great work that half of the time I don't even be remembering who I pour into. So it's like when I get comments like that, that keeps me going. And that sometimes is the reason why I don't sleep. 5, 6 years ago, I prayed for you because you lost your babies. You're a doctor? Oh yeah. I don't think I have a doctor in the chat. I can't wait to get you in the chat. And I can't wait to get you in the chat, Idris, because period. I love what type of doctor are you? Wow, man. Y'all listen, y'all heal me just as much as I've been a healing voice to you guys because you know it's been plenty of times that I've wanted to quit. It's been diabetes. Wow, we need that. I love that. And it's like it's been plenty of times where I say, man, I didn't see results in the beginning, and 5, 6 years ago, that's literally like 5, 6 years ago, I was 21. 5, 6 years ago, I was 21, 22 years old. So it's like, I became an author at 22 years old, and that's the first in my family and our generation. And it's like I've wanted to quit so many times, bro, because it's like when you don't have that support, and it's so divine that we're actually sitting here talking about this right now because it's like when you don't have that support system, it can kind of get cloudy a little bit. All right. And I'm glad that you actually came in the chat because this it makes so much sense about what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna write a letter to our future selves, and we're also going to identify our biggest distraction today, right? Because although we may be successful in the fields that we are in, we all have, we're all human. We all have, it was very hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Because when nobody sees the vision like you see it. So although like, and although I love when people, tell me like, yo, you got to take breaks because I need that. You know what I'm saying? I need that. I need people who care about my well-being. I love that. And I love that so much, Key. Like you don't even realize how much closer you didn't came to my heart with just pouring that into me. You know what I'm saying? Like salute. That's tribe for real because I'm a grinder. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, like I'm at that version now. I'm at that version now where it's like, yo, you just gotta build your dreams regardless of what people say. But it's like, yo, when you first get started and nobody around you has, well, my family, my generations, my ancestors had farms, had businesses, and so it ran into my bloodline. But from my mom's bloodline, I'm her only child that has a business. I'm her only child that, is an author. I'm her only child. So that's a big flex. You know what I'm saying? So it can be kind of tricky in the beginning because when somebody when somebody doesn't see the vision, when God doesn't give the vision to everybody and God only gives you the vision, it's kind of hard to bring people along the way. And I'm feeling guided to share this. I'm feeling guided to share this, that one thing about it, that if it's your vision, it's your vision. And you can't take everybody with you. I've already tried. You can't save everybody. I've already tried. Okay? I want to put that out in the open. So if you currently are finding yourselves setting goals in order to impact other people, let me tell you the easiest way to impact people, just by being you. Like Faith said in the chat, like, yo, you gotta chase your dreams. People are watching regardless. So it's like, yo, if people are not actively showing you that they see you, that's okay, because I bet you $100 right now that they're watching. Although they may not be liking, they're watching. Okay? I never really care about likes anyway. I care more about views. And I'm gonna be honest, and it's not like that I'm like, oh, I need to go viral. No, it's more so that I know that the divine, that I'm supposed to meet certain people when it comes to business, and I'm supposed to meet certain clients, that yo, if those views are up, that's all I need to know. Because if I get 1,000 views and 15 likes, I'm fine with that. You know why? Because 1,000 views, that means that means over 1,000. Like, bro, huh? You got two eyeballs, right? Okay? So imagine getting 1,000 views on each video. So many people are seeing you. So many people are coming across your critiqueness, your creativity. And to even hear, like, yo, it blows my mind when people tell me that they've been supporting me this long. And it's not because I don't deserve it. It's just it's a good feeling. And I want you guys, if you're supporting people and you have been supporting them for that long, tell them, because I can promise you, no matter how successful I get, or the people that you may like get, they need that, because it's days where it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. So I want to make sure that you guys are just operating. And I'm not saying, if you want to take care of your family, I totally understand that. But the best way to take care of your family is to take care of yourself and put yourself in position and set the tone so that they can follow in your footsteps. Because if people aren't ready to shift and change, they're not going to hear your words. They're not going to understand what you're saying, right? If they're not ready spiritually to hear what you have to say, it's like it's a waste of breath. And it's like, I just can't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Um, so today I want to give you guys, you sure the freak can. And so many times I try to pour from empty cups. My children are hungry. Of course, feed the babies. We'll be here till about 10 o'clock. So if you got time to come back, don't hesitate. But I will make sure that I DM you the Discord. So thank you for joining. I appreciate that. You really can't pour from an empty cup. And it's like, you gotta, I don't even want you guys to have a full cup. I want it to be overflowing. Right? I want it to be overflowing so that you're able to pour and then still have some and then some. Two baby twins. Wow, not twins. I love kids so much. I'm such an auntie. So, I want you guys to just think, like, just think really quickly. I just want you guys to think about that wealthy version of you, right? A lot of you, I know Kia's at work, right? She's on the clock. And I want you guys to just think a little bit. Where you currently are in your life, where do you see, what wealthy version of you do you see? What is that version of you doing? Right? What is that version of you doing? What does that version of you look like? What does that version of you wear? Right? What does that version of you listen to? What type of friends do that version of you have? And I want you guys to get really deep into that because it's important because this now we're in the energy of rewriting our script. Okay? We're in the energy of rewriting our script. So now we get to write it how we see it. Because most likely a lot of the versions of people that they currently are is because they're still holding on to versions that people told them they had to be. Now, one thing I love about parents is that parents parent without a guide. Okay? There is no guide to being a parent. All right? So shout out to all the parents in the chat because there's no guide to being a parent, right? And a lot of parents, we got to understand like I'll speak for myself cuz I never want to make it seem like I'm talking about anybody's parents. But I'll speak for myself, right? My father is almost in his 60s and so is my mother. My mother is 55 years old. My grandmother, my mom's mom is about 86, 87. So that should just highlight what type of childhood that I had, right? That should highlight to you guys the type of mindsets that my people raised me with. So, of course, y'all can see like I'm very mature for my age. Cool. But there were still a lot of, limiting beliefs around money, around self-love, around, relationships, how you build your relationships with the divine. And it hindered me for a while because it's like, yo, I don't want to let these people down. These are the people who fed me. And you have that saying where it says, don't bite the hand that feeds you and things of that sort. And it's like, you know, some things aren't healthy. Whether or not your mom taught you, whether or not your dad taught you, whether or not, friends taught you, whether or not people at your church taught you. If you do not feel like what you're doing because somebody gave it to you, you no longer identify with it, it's okay to let it go. Okay? It's okay to let it go. And I love having this conversation with people because it's like I have also I have because like I just told y'all my parents' age and then my I have all older siblings. Like I have one younger sibling and he's 14. So all of like I'm 26, all of my siblings older than me are in their late 30s, going into their 40s. So that kind of can tell you like how I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with a lot of structure. I grew up with a lot of discipline. So when when I turned 18, I kind of was just like I was off the rails because it was like, okay, well, I'm free now. I'm my own person. And although a lot of the things that they taught me were great and I still hold on to some of those things. A lot of the things that I was taught was from their own limiting beliefs, and it's kind of hard to teach people from your limiting beliefs. And this is why it's important to grow and develop mentally and spiritually because you don't want to be giving people advice based off of how always you see it. So now that I'm in front of you guys teaching and I have a business where I work with clients just in the mind and in the spirit, it's like I can come from a healing version now, and I can help people see both sides of the fence. All right. So I want you guys to take some time out this weekend. You don't have to get it done today, although we are on the 90-day challenge. So let me go ahead and extend that one more time, right? We're doing a 90-day challenge right in my Discord. It's a community. It's called The Rising, right? Because we're taking it to the next level and we're doing it together through music, through dance, through laughter, through conversations. I got a channel in there called The Living Room because, the living room is kind of where everybody kind of gathers, and it's like this is where we all can kind of chat and just discuss certain things. And although you guys may not want to join the Discord, I'm not upset about that, right? Because let's say you may not be ready right now to move forward and really get into communities like that, and that's okay. But I ask that you guys follow along at home. But if it sounds like something that you would be interested in, it's completely free, right? It's right on Discord. It's an app. It's a community that I've created, and That's what I was gonna say earlier, but I got distracted. But comment the word BIG so that I know who to DM and personally invite. And that's the cool thing also about my Discord. You can't just join it. You have to be invited to join. So it'll always be like that. No matter how big we get in the Discord, I will always take time out to jump in the chat with you guys. I got you, Faith. I got you. I got you. I'll always take time to jump in the chat with you guys and chat it up with you guys. I promise I won't. I would never forget where I come from. Right. So go ahead and comment that word BIG so that I can know who to put on the list and send that invite to. All right. So I want you guys. So when you guys go to write the letter to your future self, I don't want you to write it from a scarcity mindset. I don't want you to write it from a survival mindset. Like I want you to write it as if you survival is nowhere near you, right? And that's who I want you to talk to the woman or to the man that survival has came and passed, and now we're living in that wealthy lifestyle. All right. Thank y'all for 7K double taps. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for the love. Go ahead and share the live right now to at least one or two people who may need this. Right? Some people need to talk to themselves. A lot of people don't talk to themselves, and all geniuses should. And if you're a genius, you understand my voice, you should be talking to yourself. I talk to myself very daily because it's like can nobody will be able to tell me about myself. Now, although I take constructive criticism, it's like if somebody gives me constructive criticism, it's most likely I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a very honest person when it comes to myself. And it's important to talk to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when you guys write this letter to your future wealthy self, shout out to Coach AJ because Coach AJ has me doing this letter every year at the end of the year where I'm talking to myself a year from that date. And you guys maybe you guys would like to do that, right? Shout out to Coach AJ again because of her, I write it. You can't open the letter. You get to put whatever you want to in the letter. You can't open the letter until that next year on that date. And it's super fulfilling when you truly sit down and write a letter to yourself a year from this stance. So, I'm feeling guided to share. Like, if you want to write this letter to your wealthy self a year from now, because you say, you know what, big, I'm gonna be wealthy a year from now because I'm gonna put in the work. I'm gonna align my mind with receiving that with ease. And it's like, a lot of just the black community, right? I'm just speaking for, my culture. And a lot of us are limited. A lot of us are, and I say us because we are society together. It's nothing separate. We're all in one, right? So although I may be on a different level of frequency on my journey and you may be on another, that's okay because we don't have to combine. You don't have to, compete with me and I don't have to compete with you. You can be on your level 20 and I can be on my level 30, right? And that's still okay and we can still coexist because it's like things that I, don't know, you can teach me and things that you may not know I can teach you, right? And I'm so excited for the Discord because I want all ages in there. I want all backgrounds. I want just different people. Yeah, like, iron sharpens iron. And that's really the truth. So you have to, age is nothing but a number, truthfully. Like we're all youth in our spirit. So that's the cool thing. What I will say, I just wrote a little bit to give you guys like an example of how you can start off the letter to yourself because you might say, Big, I don't know where to start. I've never done this before. I don't know where to start. And I want to make sure you guys, I don't want to just give you guys activities. I want to walk you through the activities, right? Um, so I said just to start off, dear wealthy self, I'm so proud of you for sticking out this journey from rags to riches. I knew you could do it. And look at all you've accomplished. You deserve every bit of it. Bask in your achievements. And I just wrote that, right? I write way longer. I'm a journaler. That's all I do is that pen. I go through at least a lot of pens a month. It's crazy. But I want you guys to really take time this weekend to really talk to that new version of you, that version of you that wants to that is going to be greater, because if you don't sit down and talk with yourself, how can you tell people who you are, right? If I ask you today who you are, how would you identify as? All right. Too Raw in the building. What up, Too Raw? All right. So I really want you to guys to write a letter to your future wealthy self this weekend. And I really want you to sit and ponder on it. I don't want you to rush the letter. I want you guys to take your time with it. We're not somebody comments just got filtered, so y'all gonna have to retype it because TikTok just filtered it. But I want you guys to take your time. You know what I'm saying? I know it seems like I'm saying so much of repetitiveness, but that's the key to mastery. Repetition. So you're gonna hear a lot of the things I may talk about, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it because that's how you continue to grow. That's how you continue to develop. When you go over things, it takes 21 days to create a habit. So just imagine how many times you gotta go over information. All right. So I want you guys to definitely get that done. If you have any questions, you will be in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord because then you guys can ask me questions. You guys could be writing the letter and be like, yo, big, I'm kind of stuck, bro. Like, should I, you don't have to ask me, should I do it this way? You could just ask a question. Like, if you need assistance, that's what the Discord is there for. All right. Um, Also, the next activity that I want you guys to kind of get done is I want you to identify your biggest distraction right now. Okay. Your biggest distraction. And I'm going to share one of my biggest distractions with you guys. I'm going to share one of my biggest distractions with you guys because this is healing. I'm healing right alongside of you. It's not, that's why I told you guys it's not, I need to speak with you offline. Okay. So look, I'm adding you in the Discord, and although it's a like a public Discord, Discord has DM. If you're not familiar with Discord, that's totally fine. I can walk you through how to just, use it. So we can definitely chat offline, of course. So I want you guys to identify what's your biggest distraction. Are y'all bold enough to drop it in the chat? Are y'all comfortable enough to drop it in the chat with me right now? Because I really want to take y'all through there. I want to take you through there. Okay? I want to take y'all through that energy because it's, my spouse. Wow. Okay. TikTok. All right. Okay. Not gonna lie. I got you. Okay. All right. What we got over here, YouTube? What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? Let me know in the chat. TikTok. Okay. Being honest. I love the honesty because this is how we heal, right? This is how we claim our life back. This is how we claim our life back. When we can identify it, that's the first step to healing. When you can identify what's your hindrance, that's the first step to healing. When you can be honest with yourself, you can be honest with others. All right? Because guess what? Who you are when no one's looking is who you truly are. I don't have a lot of friends. Like I have very specific friends, right? Because everybody doesn't like how I operate. I used to be that, oh, let's drink, let's party, let's do all this type of vibe. Like I was like 18, 19. I stopped doing all of that like 20 years old. And I know that's like super like, and I'm not bashing anybody who does it. But when you recognize what your bloodlines Okay. So I'm gonna drop that in the Discord for you, Key, because I actually put my TikTok on a timer. So TikTok, I have to figure out how I did it because I had to put myself on a time limit too because I'm like, bro, you have clients tomorrow. Like you don't you know, and it's not even TikTok for me. It's more so YouTube for me. Like TikTok is cool, but it's like more YouTube for me because I will watch growth and development. Like I will watch podcasts. I will watch that shit for hours, y'all. Like growth and development is literally my best friend because it saved me. It literally did. It really saved me. So I want to help people see that your growth and development can save you. And it's nothing like, it's not saying that you can't scroll on TikTok, but it's like these people have made their money. And I want you to think about that every time that you could be taking some time to just have peace and relax, but you also could be utilizing time where you're working on your own goals. All right. So I want you to identify your biggest distraction. So now that you've identified it, right? Now, what do we do moving forward, big? Cool. I'm going to go ahead and say mine. I identified that my biggest distraction is trying to save everyone. Balance is key. Balance is key. Okay. My biggest distraction is trying to help everyone, right? Because when I can take somebody's idea and bring it to life like that, right? And my issue was I because I didn't care to get paid, I was getting underpaid. And I had to shift that because it's like, yo, I got to take care of myself too. And although I want to extend a lending hand, you know, people got to pour back into me, right? So, and it's like when it's time for me to focus, I try to make sure everyone else is focused instead of just setting the tone. And that's what I just gave y'all, right? I used to try to save people so much instead of just setting the tone and letting them follow. Period. I was so accessible to people, right? I was so accessible to people, and it's like now it's very rare that people even get in my space unless they're my clients, because it's like I can't, I'm building a legacy here. And when you are the CEO of your own business and your own company, and it's like, yo, nobody's gonna do the work like you. And I can't, just because I may have workers or I may have people assisting, I can't just leave it on their shoulders, right? I have to be able to maneuver and get in the field as well. So now that you've identified your biggest distractions, what I want you to do is delete one distraction from your phone. Now, key. I know, okay? I know that we here on TikTok. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to delete it. Okay? I'm not asking you to delete things that are kind of helping you maneuver through life. But what I am asking you is to put a restriction on it. Okay? Put a restriction on it. All right? So one thing that I deleted from my phone when I created this activity for you guys, it's I deleted the I deleted the world news off my phone. I know that's really weird. Um, Although my journey is to help, and then I said, why did you delete? What did you delete and why? So I deleted world news. Although my journey is to help heal the world, I have to pay attention to what's in front of me. Okay. And in my range of shifting. Seeing the updates could influence my thoughts, and I can't have that. Okay. So what I'm basically saying is, and another one that I deleted was Instagram. I don't have Instagram at all. I haven't had Instagram in almost over a year because Instagram was just really like, it was really weird. And it's just like, mess, I don't want it. Mess, I just don't want it. I just don't want mess in my life. I don't want chaos. I'm so tired of hearing like I'm not at the period anymore. See, and when I first started my business, it was like I was a therapist. And I was like, this was not the idea I was going for. Like I only want to work with people who are ready for the answers, who are ready to put in the reps. Because it's like at that point, you just need to go see a therapist and then come back to see me. Because it's like, yo, if you're still hell bent on your trauma, that's gonna take longer. And see here, I'm just a business consultant. You feel me? I'm helping people turn their goals to results. I need the people who are ready to make the desired change. All right. I'm not saying fast, right? But I need people who are ready to make the desired change, because it's like it's not really nothing that I can do with you. Like if you still dealing with what your mom did 30 years ago. I'm not saying get over it, because I understand that trauma is trauma, but it's like, yo, what have you done to try to get over this trauma? And I'm not here for that. No shade. I'm not here for that. I wrote a book for you. If you're just starting out, I wrote a book for you. I can give you the link to it. Um, I got a Discord to where, things are going to, it's tools set in place for you to go ahead and start getting that journey started. But other than that, ain't much I can do. All right. So what I'm gonna give you key. I can't remember even how I put. So every day at 9 o'clock, my FYP goes on sleep mode until 5 a.m. Okay. Now, what I will say is, if you're not really gaining much from TikTok, I want you to start following people to where I want you to start following more people to where it's not just you absorbing mess for hours. Because I can understand if like my page is like a lot of growth and development, a lot of people other than the people that I follow, of course. I'm always in my following and showing love. But on my FYP, it's not really like, you know, I see a lot of people they're watching Love Island and stuff like that. Y'all, I forgot all about the BET Awards. And I think I said this yesterday on yesterday's live. Like I I don't I didn't a lot of stuff I'm not in tune with anymore because I live under a rock. I really do. I really do. And it's like certain stuff I'm just not into anymore. Okay. So that I can get with. But if we just scrolling like you said, you gotta take time to kind of get out of that phone. Like, and I know, like, with just dealing with my clients, like if I'm looking at the screen for hours, at this point now I got a headache. And I'll be like, bruh, I can't do this no more. I need to take a break. But what I would say to you, Key, I would say to put some time restraints on yourself, right? Set some time out. So if you say, okay, cool, what does your work hours look like? Agreed. Agreed. What the rise lot goddess? How are you, love? I like that. Agreed. Because, you know, we say a lot of people we say we don't have a lot of time, and this is not specifically coming for Yuki. Okay. 7 to 4. All right, so your early rises, so you're at work right now. Your early rises is from 7 to 4. So I can understand wanting that human time. These are conversations I have with my 38-year-old sister. Okay. So, this is not me coming at you sideways. Thank you for the daily heart meets. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So what's super cool about this, and she actually just left her corporate job, so I'm so excited for her and just what she's going to delve into. And all my mom's kids are really creative in their own way. I do customer service, so okay, I can understand that you want that. I can understand that you want that you time, right? And you time may look like, man, I just want to enjoy some content, right? I just want to enjoy some laughters. I can understand that, right? I can understand that. So if we get off about 4 o'clock, I don't we're still getting to know each other. I'm still getting to know you guys' background and kind of what you guys have going on. Don't know if you have kids, but I'm just going to go off a limb and say you don't have kids, right? So you get off at 4. You immediately after 4 o'clock, you need that woosah, right? So 5 o'clock comes around. I'm pretty sure by that time you've either got in your car and went home, or you've went somewhere where you need to take care of business. All right. So what I would recommend so that you still have that time that you want is between, I'd say, give yourself an hour after work. Give yourself an hour after work just to decompress and to just be within your own energy, because a lot of people don't realize is that, when we consume people's content, we're also, exchanging energy. So you just want to make sure that you're not exchanging energy all the time with all different types of people, because you're already in customer service, so that's already energetic within itself. So I would recommend give yourself an hour after work. If you can't do that, give yourself 2 hours. All right. If you and I gotta write stuff down because this is how I teach. So this is how I teach with my clients, so that I can remember what I'm saying, because I be having so much going on in my brain. It'd be download after download after download. Um. So yeah, give yourself 2 hours to scroll. Give yourself 2 hours to, be on social media, and that's literally right after work, right? Because that's doing your decompress time. So right after work, 2 hours, I don't see nothing wrong with that because you were. Oh, so you work from home. You work from home. Is that what you're saying? Ooh. Hold on. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, so that's hold on. So now I gotta go. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So being that you work from home, so do I. So I'm going to give you what I give myself. All right. So I have a lot of alarms, and I'm being as though that your 7 through 4 is strictly working for somebody else. What I want you to do is throughout your day, just take breaks. Okay, period. You gotta make time for yourself. All right. So just take breaks. Give yourself time slots. So by 5 p.m., after 5 p.m. or after 6 p.m., I want you to cut yourself off. Because if you're on here all day and you work from home, you giving TikTok enough of your hours. All right. And I'm gonna do something that's gonna help humble you. And I'm not here to humble you, but I just felt guided to share this, and immediately that came in my brain. Like, I want you to look at your usage. Go look at your phone usage and how, if you don't like that number, it's time to shift. It's time to shift, because this is what I had to do. I'm like, bro, I keep saying I don't have time to stream, and I'm like, bro, am I lying to myself right now? Am I just taking the high road here? Am I taking the low road here? You know what I'm saying? And it's just being honest with yourself. If you on here all day, gang, come on, tribe. And after like 6, 7, I need you to go ahead and wrap it up. I need you to go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap it up. Because if you gonna be on here this long, Key, you might as well be going live yourself. If you on here all day, although I know you in here, you in class, after 10 o'clock, set that camera up and go live. Oh, y'all playing games, man. I'm talking about, and I'm just hearing cha-ching, cha-ching, because I have a 9 to 5. I can't. Okay. I work with me live. I know Live Goddess. Cause see, you do hair, so but that's the plan though. That's the thing. See, you need to be DMing me. Come on, we need to have a conversation today. You can't run from this conversation today. Make sure you DM me in the Discord, because we need to figure out a plan for you. And although I charge people for this, I want to do it free, because one thing, and work from home. Wow, that's pretty cool. I love that. Cause what I want to do is, what I want to thank y'all for 10K in the chat. I see y'all. Cause what I want to do is, one, I thank y'all for supporting me in the Discord. And that's what I wanted to say earlier, is because, yo, do y'all know how long I was posting in the Discord before I had people actually coming into the Discord? That's the beautiful thing of really building your dreams, bro. It's like building your dreams, putting in the reps when it seems insignificant, and then watching the fruits of your labor like literally be birthed. So it's really cool that you guys are in the Discord, and I love that. See, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give you everything I give to my clients, but I'm gonna give you some ideas to kind of work with. And if you say, okay, I want to take it to the next level big, then we'll have to talk about you becoming a client. Because I'm telling you, bro, the ideas that I have, bro, we got the iPad set up right here, and we're on YouTube too. All right. So and I know it, because what happens is when you get so comfortable in your own energy, it's hard to like share that energy with people. Like I'm telling y'all, like I was in hermit mode for at least 5 years, bro. Literally just putting my head down, growing and developing, and just tapped in with the divine. Like literally, like literally. And it was hard for me to say, I tried. I'm like, what am I even gonna do? What am I even gonna talk about? And the divine was just like, bruh, if you just follow through, we'll show you what to do. Now look at me. Now look at me. I didn't know what I was gonna do on YouTube for years. For years, I didn't know what I was gonna do on YouTube. But I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do on YouTube? And the divine was just like, yo, if you follow through, we gonna help you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, we gotta chat it up a little bit, because I want to, because I and because you're in a 90-day challenge, you automatically are, in a sense, my client. So, you know, and if after this 90-day challenge, you're like, yo, I want to work more one-on-one with you, that's how we do it. All right. So because you're in the Discord and you're in that 90-day challenge, you're in luck. Because I'm about to take you to the next level. It's my third time. Y'all, I didn't even realize it's 9:54. I didn't even realize it's 9:54. Wow. See what I tell y'all? When you so deep in your passion, when you so deep in your bag, sometimes you don't even realize what time it is. It's crazy. I didn't even know we've been here for almost an hour. I love what I do. Like literally, this is me. Like as y'all see, I'm like super energetic, so I gotta keep moving. I normally have this in my hands. I gotta have this in my hands. Because I'll get to moving. This is why I used to get in trouble in school because I had so much energy. And my mom used to tell them in the teacher conference thing, like, give her more work. Give her more work. And she's like, yo, she's getting in trouble because y'all not giving her enough work. Smart. When I tell y'all intelligent, intelligent, like I will run through that work like and my mom didn't play about grades, so it wasn't no you bringing no D's and F's up in her house. It was not no. You barely got away with C's. So that lets you know why I'm so ahead of my time because my mom didn't play that shit. um so we're doing a 90-day challenge right now. Not only are we helping you guys save $5,000, we're also helping you guys shift your identity. So if you're on the sound of my voice, if you're watching the replay right here on YouTube, make sure you guys comment the word BIG so I can add you to the Discord. And guess what? It's completely free. And although you may not be in tune with the 90-day challenge, you may be seeing this after the 90 days, right? Because it's you're gonna see this whenever you need to see this, especially on YouTube, right? You can still join the Discord because guess what? Guess what the good thing about the Discord is all those tools are going to be there. So even after the 90 days is over, if you're in the Discord, you're going to have those tools. You're going to have those links to the video to the vids. You're going to have all that. But key and also I salute you, Key, because when you came in my chat the other day, it was like, yo, I've been looking for you. I love that shit. Like, I love that shit, y'all. I love that. I love that because when you're a person where people haven't given you your flowers and people start to give you your flowers, sometimes it's a little bit weird. But I'm in that energy. I'm so deep in my feminine energy right now to where I'm so acceptive to people saying stuff like that to me. You know what I mean? Like, because when you've been such a earth angel to certain people who were literally put here to be demonic, to shift you back into who you are and remind you who you are, like it becomes a little hard to even accept certain things. But I love y'all so much, man, and I know that's like, man, you don't even know me in person, we never even met you. Like, love is just a genuineness from me. Like, my heart is so big, bro. And it's like when I say I love people, I love y'all because y'all showing up and showing me love. Like, y'all just got me to 11K chat, like in the chat. Like, give it up for yourself. Drop some hearts in the chat, some red and orange hearts in the chat. That's the tribe. That's the tribe colors, man. That's the tribe colors, red and orange tribe. Because we rise like the phoenix. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about the phoenix is the phoenix dies and continues to grow. So it's like, we're gonna it's gonna be versions of us that we're gonna be able to let go, and it's gonna be versions that we're going to adapt as well. So thank you. She's planning with Faith says she's been here 5 years, so you've personally seen my elevation. You've personally seen me, in different versions, right? Because it's like it is what it is. Change is inevitable. So just to recap what we talked about today. Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on in the chat, but I don't even play like that. Um, so today we talked about, just to do a recap for you guys. Today we talked about just writing a letter to our future wealthy selves, because it's important, and I want you guys to really, 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 really start tapping in with that higher version of yourself, right? And it's not to say that you're not at a version that's higher. We're just taking it to the next level. Is that okay? All right. If I make you mine, like God, you gotta be in here every rise. We live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Can I trust you to be in here? Cause I do need mods, but I need mods who gonna show up for me. You feel me? I done had so many I done modded so many people and they never came back in the chat. They never came back in the chat. Or they don't even come to my lives no more. Like, literally. Like, seriously. Like, I need some mods Monday through Friday. All right. I can since Key up in here, I'll make you and Key the mods. That's cool. Key, you wanna be a mod? Nah, how do I do that? How do I do that, y'all? I told y'all I ain't been live in a while, so I'm kind of relearning things. Can y'all tell me how to do this? Oh, I got it. Click the name. I'm guessing the three dots. Add moderator. Confirm. Confirm. Cause y'all know it's about like we about to go all the way up. And it's like I'm already knowing like people just be trolling. And honestly, I'm a troll too, y'all. I'm gonna be trolling them back sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes, ooh, I just gotta be in the mood. Like most of the time I'm not in the mood. Like I really don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? Because what? Like you literally woke up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really woke up to go troll somebody. Like, go get you some money. Literally. Literally. All right. So you're gonna write this weekend. Y'all should put this on your to-do list. Write a letter to your future wealthy self. Okay. For real, man. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm healing, not healed. Okay, I'm healing, not healed, and I will troll you back. I'm a Scorpio. I don't be okay. All right. All right. And the next activity that I wanted you guys to, well, we kind of did that together. But if you just caught the live, right, and you're catching the replay, the second activity we did together today was identifying our biggest distraction. All right. All the way, baby. Listen, all the way. My moon sign is Capricorn, so you already know I really don't be playing. I don't even got time for that. Um and I think my big three is Scorpio, Leo, and Capricorn. So that should let don't play with me, don't play with me, don't play with me. I'm not for none of that, baby. I ain't none of that. Okay. Scorpio. Shot. I like that. I like that shot. I like that shot. I like that shot. I like that. I like that. I like Libras. I like Libras. I like Libras. Libras. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys so much right here on YouTube. We're gonna kind of just kick it over here on TikTok for a little bit with our people. And thank you guys. Once again, if you want to join that 90-day challenge, not only to shift your pockets, but to shift your identity, make sure when you see this, you comment the word BIG and I'll add you to the Discord. And even if you miss the 90 days and you see this after the 90 days, the tools are still in the chat. So you can still catch those gems. You know what I'm saying? But I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow for another class of rags to riches. And y'all already know this your host, BIG. That's what I see in me.